Check, check. Check, check. 1, 2. What's going on here? Hey guys, we're about to start a nice YouTube making of the Kumzits Chordbook video. Just setting a few things up. Okay. All right, hello viewer. Let me go take off the effect here. Check, check. Much better. And good. Okay. So let's see here. I have to go and bring in the song. Today we're going to do Carlebach's B'Shem Hashem. Oh, it did come in. Oh, what's happening here? A little error. Let's try to bring it in again. The first step is always bringing in the song into Chordify. For some reason, there's a little error here. Wonder where that is. Ah, good. We got it. So, last time I learned Benny Friedman's B'Shem Hashem, and I'm out of water, guys. Why does this always happen? And it was actually not the one that Bundy wanted me to learn. So today we're going to do Carlebach's B'Shem Hashem Elokei Yisrael. Okay, that should be better. La 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 la. La 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 la. So I actually just learned the song this week as well. I've heard it before a few times, but I never really listened to it. And now we're going to chord it out. So let's go ahead and bring this to... Let's see here. Let's bring this to A minor. Interesting. What I'm doing now is I'm basically looking at the chords in the song to see what key it's in. And there's a lot of F sharp minors, which is very interesting because in A minor, you're not going to usually see that. It's weird. So let's see what we have here. All right, so for anybody who's just tuning in for the first time, I use this chord book to lead Kumzits, and it's made not just to play the song, but it's actually made to lead great Kumzits. So the song is one part of it, but then the way it's organized is a whole other part of it in terms of, how you can transition from one song to the next. Everything is transposed from the key that the original singer sings it in to something that I could sing, and then, which essentially, if you're a vocalist, you'll understand this, is E2 to E4. I'm a bass vocalist, so E2 would be the second octave on a piano, and E4 would be E on the fourth octave of a piano. So I have to transpose everything down, and then I could basically sing every song. I know that is with my range. And I put them in order of key so I can transition quickly from one song to the next. So today we're going to do B'Shem Hashem, and then afterwards we're going to place it inside the chord book. So let's hear the song here. So basically, that's pretty good. Chordify will spit out chords for you. It'll analyze the song, and it'll use an algorithm to give you the closest thing that it could find, basically. Often it's wrong. Often it's missing some complexities in the orchestration. But in this little intro, it seemed pretty good. So let's go ahead and see what else happens. All right, so there seems to have been a key change over here, which is very interesting. So before we're in A minor, now we're in B, so we're actually going to go to 7 here. And we're going to bring this back to A minor. Very interesting that he starts on A minor, and then he transposes 2 semitones to B minor. Very, very fascinating. I've actually never seen that before. What I want to do here, actually, is I want to bring up... let's bring up the chat. 2 watchers. Hey guys, who's here? Tell me your names. What is this? Ah, Esty and Zev. Hey guys. All right. Let's pop this baby out. Okay. Okay, let's bring this in to about here. Good. Okay, we're good. All right, so now we're back in the key of A minor again, because basically I'm moving my capo to 7 from where it was on 5. I want to actually show you guys something. So I was at a Kumzits in Washington Heights with Tani Polanski, and he has this really cool Thalia capo. All right? They make all different kinds. This happens to be gold-plated with mother of pearl. They're pretty expensive. On average, they're about $70 minimum. 70. But what's really good about them is their construction. When you're playing a chord, you don't want to have to move your capo by moving your hand around the neck and then grabbing it and moving it and then bringing it back to the original position. You want to be able to do the most minimum movement possible just for speed. So if I'm starting at 5, right? Whatever it is, and I have to now go 2 semitones higher. I don't want to go like da da da. I want to go right. and then I'm back in place, and you can do it really quickly. Okay, so it's much faster than reaching around. So I recommend getting a Thalia capo if you play live and you're making, especially if you're making money on your music, or if you just want to have an easier time moving your or changing your keys. So let's hear this again. Interesting. So that note, that note is not in a G major chord. It's actually the second note of a major chord. So this is actually going to be a G add 9 over here. We're going to come back to it in a minute, but we're still in the intro here. So that A. What is the Chordbook? Rosemill, how you doing? Nice to see you again, Rosemill. So the Chordbook is a book that I use to play the songs, and I will show it to you in a bit. That A. Oh man, the hell. Hey guys, it looks like we just got disconnected. Weird. Are you guys still there? Yeah, we have 4 people watching. Very nice. Very strange. Okay, first time that happened as far as I know. And I want to hear if that A is on the F too. Well, it's there because naturally it's in F, so. Okay, so that's good. So pretty much we have the A, we're going to have the G add 9. 9, and I just said this in the last video, 2 and 9 are the same notes. One's just an octave higher than the other one. So that's a bit more of an accurate chord progression because we have that A over G. There's something here also. Okay, here's what I'm going to do because it's getting kind of complicated. So let me go and open up the book. Okay, so for Rosemill, this is the chord book here. There's about 165 songs in here that I could choose from. I do sell it for $40 for 100 songs, if you're interested. And what we're going to do now is Control N. We're going to make a new sheet here. So Hashem, Carlebach, Shlomo. And the good thing is I've already did the translation and the transliteration last time, so that'll be easier. I'm just going to go to the last one. Hold on, and we'll bring it up here. Fanny Friedman. Okay. And the chorus is actually not in this song. We'll also bring in the details, and we'll switch them later on for the right ones, and we'll bring in the translation as well. I know I'm blocking it for you guys, but that's okay. You'll see it here. Okay, everything's in now. So that part takes a while just to transliterate and translate and research the song and all that stuff, find out where it is. You'll see here there's the sources, okay? So all that's already done, which makes this much faster. So let's go ahead and take out the old chords that Benny Friedman uses. Okay. We're going to add the intro here. For the abridged version, I don't usually include the intros, but for the main version, I do. The complete version is $80 instead of 40, but it has all the complex chords. Like it'll have the G add 9, for example, whereas the abridged version won't have that. The advantage of that is it's easier to play, and also people can follow you live more easily as well. But if you want to learn the instrument and you want to learn theory better and how to play more chords that are unique, and you also want to get a beautiful flavor to the song that you don't hear normally, then definitely it's worthwhile to take a look at the complete one with all those interesting, unique chords. There are 160, after today will be 165 songs in the book. $40 for the abridged version for 100, and $80 for 100 for the complete version. And then the other 65, once I get to another 100, I'm going to have a second edition out. And just keep in mind, it takes about 3 hours per song to chord out. So quite significant work has been going into this book. It's been taking years, and it's well worth it because let me tell you, when you can play all the songs you love, and not only is there a complicated version, there's an easier version, so you can play it easily if you're not in the mood to like think too much. It's really cool. It's really, really cool. So let's do this intro. So we're going to go back over here. So I'm going to actually keep it at Capo 5. So we'll have 2 intros. We'll do intro 1 and intro 2. I do have it, yeah. Send me your email and I'll email you later on. I'm thinking, I don't want to do that. I don't want to have a capo change in here. What we're going to do is this. We'll do 2 intros, actually. But I'm going to keep it as bar chords. Okay? Because the truth is, they're not that hard. It's just G minor and C minor, so it's really just going to be... Right? Which is not that big of a deal. So instead of moving capos and all that stuff, we'll leave it as capo on the 5th fret. I would love to sell it in Sfarim stores instead of 100%. One day, hopefully, that'll be a reality. There's still a few things I have to do first. A couple cool features. By the way, when you buy the book, you get all the upgrades for free. So I basically send you a PDF, and when I upgrade it, I send you a new PDF. The next upgrades are going to be, I'm going to have links to the next songs, and also I'm going to put in the translations that I hired someone to translate for me, instead of the ones that are just filling space right now from other sources. But the ones that I had made for me are extra good because they're done in colloquial English that anyone can understand who's an English speaker. Very simple English. They're also very accurate, and they also give context. So it's not just that you can hear, like, what does this mean, but what does it mean, but what is it coming to teach as well, which I think is very important when it comes to the understanding of the verse. So that's one of the big, big things that's coming soon. So we'll start out here. Now, this is going to be Let's take away all this info here that's not real. That's for the old song. We'll fill this in later on. So the tempo here, what I usually do is I use my phone and I go to B metronome and I tap it. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. Interesting. I think this is going to be a little tricky. 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Could it be a 6/8? I think this is a 6/8 beat. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You can learn how to play guitar. The book's a great way to learn, by the way. 100% a great way to learn. 1, 2. 1, 1. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I'm not really so masterful in understanding beats, but I'm pretty sure this is a 6/8. And I'm going to double check that later on when I have some more time. But the tempo is going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Oh, too fast. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. So it's 150. Beats per second. Beats per minute. Okay. And I do that because what I do for the intro, since there's no words, I always put little dashes next to the things just so people can keep time without words. So let's hear this. So I'm gonna skip this little part here because that's not really so necessary. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we'll do like this. We'll do G minor. And you'll notice there's the G minor plus 5 dashes, so it's a total of 6 beats. G minor. C minor. Okay. And back to G minor. Next line, there's going to be another G minor. In fact, it totally repeats itself, so we can just go ahead and copy and paste it. Oh, second, guys. We're actually, yeah, we're on Capo 7, not 5. Cool. So now it's the same thing, except they substitute the C minor for the F. Okay. And it's an F major. And then they do the exact same thing over here as well. So there's 2 of them with C minor and 2 of them with F major. And now we're in A minor. So now we're going to go to intro number 2.
This song is dedicated to myself. 2,
3. Okay, I'm just checking that the beat didn't change at all. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So here we have A minor, E minor, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then A minor again. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then it repeats itself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Interesting. So it does it again. And this time on the 5th beat of the 6, it goes into G. So it's 9, 9, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's why these little dashes are so important. When you have the words, you can read the words. You know the song. So you just know when the word comes up, you change chords. Without chords, you kind of need to keep the beat in your head. So this is where I was saying. So that G is actually the G add 9 we were talking about. Okay. So there's a change over here, but I'm trying to figure out what that change is. Let's go ahead and jump in a little closer. Interesting. So it's really this bass note here, this F is going to the E. Or maybe I want to hear if there's a E or an F in there, because it might be a totally different change. It might be an E. No, it's an A minor. Yeah, it's definitely an E in there. So it's yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll put A minor here. So F, A minor. And so understanding theory helps a lot with this, because you'll kind of get an idea of what the chords are when you hear those little changes in the melody. And also, like, when you know how a chord is constructed, you'll be able to hear certain notes and be like, oh, that's the second note of the scale, in addition to the first, third, and fifth. Oh, okay, fine. So it's got to be an add 9, like what we had before. And I always like to make sure that the chord has a note in it that actually matches the melody. Because if it doesn't, then I'll add in the note of the melody, and I'll make the chord a little more complex, just so it fits a little better when you sing with it. But in this case, it's all there. A is good. I feel like there's something going on over here. Let's listen a bit closer on this one. Sounds okay. Okay, E minor. So, E minor. Two of them.
The song is dedicated to my...
Okay, and then two A's. So, 1, 2, 3, na, na, na. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's how it goes. And the whole dedicated thing we're not going to do.
The song is dedicated to my second daughter, my heart and my pride, Nadara.
And also the dead eyes we don't have to do. Okay. Hashem. Israel. Now, I actually want to get to the words because I want to hear how he separates and what chord he's playing the which accent he's playing the chord on. So it's me. Me, ni. Smiley. Gabriel. For night. Uriah. Is it F now? G. Oh, so he actually repeats Vial Roshi. Interesting. Vial Roshi, Vial Roshi. Oh, he's about to do another pitch change. Cool. It's wild. I like that a lot. It's we're at 9 now. Same chords, right? But it's just a different key. So I don't have to add that into the chordbook. That's kind of the whole song. I don't know. I was expecting more guys. Okay, cool. I'm kind of curious about this thing over here. So let's go and test this out. Let's see how it holds up now if we're doing it from the beginning. Oops.
song's dedicated to my second daughter, my heart and my pride, Nadara. Hashem, Hashem, Elokei Yisrael, Amimini Yisrael, U'mismoili Gavriel, U'milfonai Uriel, Me'achoyrai Refuel,
Cool. How's the ending go? Okay, very nice. So let's go and do the top here now, and then we'll add it to the book. That was a nice, easy one. So this is going to be so now I understand how the song works. Basically, it's the same verse that goes over and over again, but it goes 2 semitones up each time. So I'm even wondering if I even need this here, to be honest. What I'm going to do, I'll leave it in for the complete version, but I'll take it out for the bridge version. Anyway, I take out the intros. So we'll say this is in G minor. Okay. And we'll do relative G minor, because that's where you are with your capo. And so we'll actually just say here the key is... actually I want to find the vocal range first. Hold on, I'm recording. Okay, so this is going to be E to E, but since we're starting over here on B, it's going to be B2 to B3. Interesting. B2 to B3. Okay, sounds good. So it's the B, which is this one on the second octave of a piano, and the B on the third octave of a piano. So it's only a 1 octave range song, which is not much, which is why he's modulating in the song, going higher and higher a few times. Generally, at Kumzits, you're not going to do that because people aren't going to be able to follow you and play along. If you modulate in real time, other people aren't going to know you are. And because so many people are very loud, they're not even going to be able to hear you, and so on and so forth. So better to stay on one key when you're doing live Kumzits. So here we'll do the key of A minor. Actually, no, it's going to be B minor. No, I'm wrong about this. It's D. It's E minor. So I have an idea. So it's E minor. And I'd rather play open than higher up. And since we're not modulating, we're gonna, for the abridged version, we're gonna just transpose the chords to open chords. So you'll see how that's done in a second. It's kind of cool also. So it's gonna be B to E. And over here it's gonna be E to A. So what I'm doing here is I always list the first note in the song. So if I'm going from one song to the next and I'm not sure where it starts, I'll be able to very quietly go, and I'll know Mishem, and I'll be able to sing it Mishem. Now the one on top here is going to be the actual notes because I'm on Capo 7. So really I'm playing B and E. Okay, this is B, and that's E. But in my relative positioning, as if this was the bridge, rather if this was the nut, okay, then what will end up happening is this would be equivalent to E, and that's equivalent to A. E, A, okay. And I'm in relative key A minor, because that's my finger positioning, even though this is actually an E minor because of the capo. Capo 7. Okay, keep doing that. And bold. Okay. So we have 6/8, 150, key E minor, B to E. So this is going to be very useful for people who are playing other instruments like violin and flute and piano maybe with no keyboard you can transpose, but pianos you can't. So they'll be able to see, oh, okay, it's an E minor. And I'll be able to play my relative A minor with the Capo 7, and that's going to be the same thing as them playing an E minor on piano. So I'll look at the transposed line, and they'll look at the top line. Okay, Capo 7, A minor, E A, very nice. So this is done. Oh, I do want to add this chord in, so what we'll do is this. Oh, even better. The complex chords I always add in so people can see how to play them. So this is a G, add 9. Okay, let's take out the spaces. Okay, and this will be 30202. Okay, we'll simplify it by putting the X there, so you don't play that last note. And what we'll do is we will make some room over here. We'll add in a little column to the right. And this column will be our chord. Okay. So now people who don't know what G add 9 is, they'll be able to know. Okay. Nice and clean. We're going to take out the Tehillim one because that's not in this song. That's only going to be for the Benny Friedman version. Okay, and everything is good. So now I'm going to save it. Oh, okay, well. And we'll say that's in the A minor. I always do the relative key there. Save. And now we're going to do the abridged version. So let's go see who's watching here. All right, cool. Hey, thank you guys very much for continuing to watch. Awesome. We're almost done here. So now what I'm going to do is copy all, make a new document, paste that. Okay, so I'm going to take out this part here. I'm even going to take out this part here. I don't care about that. It's pretty much, when it comes to the abridged version, less is more. This we're not going to need anymore because we got rid of that. And even if it was still there, I would just move it into a G major. Let's go and delete cells. The truth is we don't even need we don't even need more than one. I really should be doing no proofing, so it's easier to see. Okay. And let's move this back in over here. Okay, now here's the cool part. Now we're going to bring this to E minor. So A, B, C, D, E. So this is going to be E, E, F, G, A, B, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D, E, E, F, G, A, B, A, B, C, D, E, 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 F, G, A, E, F, G, A, B, G, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, E, 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 F, G, A, B, G, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, E. So we've just changed the key from A minor to E minor, and we're going to take that from 7 to 0. In fact, it's the exact same thing. When you go from A minor on 7 to E minor on 0, they're exactly the same thing. Listen, this is A minor on 7, on Capo 7, and this is E minor on 0. exactly the same pitch and key. So now we don't need a transpose, all right, because our capo is 0 now. So we can just go like this. Get rid of that. Oh, welcome back. So if you missed it, what we're doing now is we're basically, instead of using capo 7 with a relative key A minor that we did in the complete version of the book, I'm simplifying everything down by taking out the by taking out the intro, essentially. The intro was a different key. And since I was mentioning maybe while you weren't here, in Kumzits you never want to play in multiple keys because no one's going to be able to follow you if they're playing along with you. So the cool thing is we can abridge it down pretty significantly, taking out all the intros and then just moving this, taking out the capo, playing it open, and instead of playing capo 7 on A minor, in A minor, we could play on open strings in E minor, and it's going to be exactly the same, and the vocal range will stay the same as well. This is going... Oh, let's see. So B to E is going to stay the same as well. Okay? All right? Perfect. And that is our abridged version. Much more simple. And so for a lot of people, it's more valuable than the more expensive one, just because it's easier to play. B'Shem Hashem Elokei Yisroel. Let's do a little thing here. Okay, here we go. B'Shem Hashem Elokei Yisroel Michoy U'mismoli Gavriel U'milfonai Uriel U'me'acharai Refoel V'yal Roishi V'yal Roishi Shchinas Kel. If you really wanted to be a little risky, you can start over here on A. Shchinas Kel. That's hard, actually. So this is where the first verse note's over there, the first note verse you see on the top line. This is where it comes in handy. So if I'm going to be changing keys, see how easy it was for me to change keys? I know exactly where to start just by playing those things. I'll do it again for you. V'yal Roishi, V'yal Roishi, Shchinas Kel. Hey, Hashem, Elokei Yisroel, V'yini Michoel, U'mismoli Gavriel, U'milfonai Uriel, Ve'achorai Refoel, V'yal Roishi. Oh, by the way, I changed keys, so I have pitch correction on right now. I'm going to take it off. It probably corrected me off tune. Okay. Milfonai Uriel ve'achorai refoel v'yal roshi shchinas kel. And that's the song. So now we're going to go ahead and put it strategically into, you can hear, by the way, my voice is still a little hoarse from last night. We're going to put it strategically into the scales, into the scale book, the scale finder. Oh, that's funny. Okay. So we know we're in key of E. There's no capo. So this is our no capo key of E section. It's a slow song, so we're going to actually organize it by key, so we can transition from a song to the next very quickly, and we're going to organize it by speed. So it's going to be a very slow song, as you could tell. The other thing that's good to organize it by, which I don't have here, is going to be by the beat as well, the time signature. And the reason why is that if I'm going from 4/4 to 6/8, back to 4/4, it gets confusing to play your strums in different beats. So, that being said, I'm going to probably put it next to one of these guys with a 3/3, a 3/4 rather. 6/8 and 3/4 are very similar. It's just one is pretty much a little faster in that sense. Not even faster in terms of the song, but just in terms of the beat structure. So let's go over here to page 100. Okay, we'll go to our Capo 0E, and we'll look for something that says 3/4. If there is one, it may not even be one. I found a little mistake here, so this is supposed to be, only the titles are supposed to be bolded, so let's go and take that out. Okay. 4/4. I'll probably just go back and do this later because I don't want to take your guys' time here. 4/4, 4/4. Filastara. And these are all faster songs already. So we don't have any actually that are in 3/4. So what I'm probably going to do is just make it the first one. So that way we can do the one that's in 3/4, and then we can stop, and then we can do the ones that are in 4/4 and not have to go back and forth between between song to song. So, Carlebach, B'Shem Hashem. All right. Okay, we're gonna go and it's gonna be on page 101. 36. 38, 140. Those red ones have 2 pages for their song because they're English, so English takes a bit more room to write because of all the words. So, 101, we're going to take our abridged version. We're going to go over here into the chord book. And we're going to go to page 101. Okay, and I'm going to have to actually reference this to the table of contents. So we're going to go and update the entire table. Now it pushes everything down, so it totally ruins the structure. So we have to fix this. Okay, and then we have to save again, update the table. And now you'll see that on 101, we have V'Shem Hashem right after Quando El Rei Nimrod, just like it is here. The other thing I have to do is fill in. So I have the alpha number and I have the book number. So one is just the number of the song in order of title and artist. That's good for searching. And the other one is the book number, which is in order of key. 165, guys. Almost ready for the next book, huh? You'd think, but another 35 songs can take about 100 hours, so legit. And let's go sort it back here. And that's it. That is the process. Now we can save everything, which I'll do later on. And that's the end of this little segment. So thank you guys very much for watching. Who do we have left? My guess is we're going to have Rosemil, Zev, and Esti. All right, guys, have an amazing night, and I will see you, I guess we'll do another one next week. The next one I'm going to do is Abba. It's 109 right now. No, I'm not going to start it now. I may start the words right now, but I'll probably do the chords next week. So guys, thank you very much. Have an amazing night, and I'll talk to you soon. Rosemil, if you're interested in buying one of the copies of the book, you can find my information. Go to Facebook and search Kumzits everywhere, and then I'm the owner of the group, and you can go ahead. Zev, what's up? And you can go ahead and reach out to me, and I'll be happy to sell you a copy if you're interested in getting one. Guys, thanks again. Have an amazing night.